what it was like working with Quincy Jones and Ashford and Simpson on stuff like that.
I don't
You
recall.
remember that? Remember that session?
I really don't.
Okay, that's cool. Well, let's talk about.
We.
Well, that's one of my favorite
I'm not
songs.
gonna lie. See, I'm not gonna come up with no like no.
I hear you.
I'm not gonna lie.
It's no problem.
And if you talk to Quincy, he'll tell you the same thing. She don't remember.
Well, let's slide on how did you get the hook up with Prince? Because I know you were doing some things with
Well,
him.
oh, okay, that's an interesting story. I was in San Francisco with my friend Eddie Diamond. We was hanging out in San Francisco. We've driven up from L.A. to San Francisco in my little yellow Mercedes convertible. We used to do that a lot, drive around and party. So we drove to San Francisco. We was up there partying and stuff, having fun. And I got this phone call at my hotel room. And at that time, me and Sly were hanging out real tough. We were really, really tight. And someone's on the phone, and he said, "This is Sly." He said, "I'm at the studio in Marin County. Come on down." I said, "Okay, I'll be right there." I hung up, went down there. And it's this big electric ladyland. So I forget what the studio was. I forget. But I walk in the studio. It's dark and everything. Nobody is working in there except for one studio. So I walk in. I see this little short guy, little short yellow guy, with a guitar. And I said, excuse me. I said, is Sly here? And then the guy came in and he said, "That was me who called you." I said, "Who are you?" He said, "I'm Prince." I said, "Oh, so that's how we met." Now, let's talk about coming to my house. Come to my house. Prince and I have been talking for years, about it's because we are fast friends as well. He's like a brother, of sorts. And we've been talking about, getting together, doing something together for years. We both had an intense love for Miles Davis, and we wanted the three of us to really get together, just me, him, and Miles. In fact, just before Miles died, me, him, and Miles are getting ready to do something together. It's gonna be like wild. And he and Miles had done some work together, some stuff together, which we haven't heard yet. But you're gonna hear it. He has it in his stockpile somewhere, I'm sure. And Miles played on my CK album. But Prince and I had wanted to work together. This is after Miles died, and so he flew me. I wasn't with any label or anything, so I was just working on the road a lot, and just paying the bills. Making enough to pay all my all my bills, which is a lot, and pay the band or whatever. And so he said, "Let's do a CD together." And he said, we were like doing this revolutionary departure from big labels. He had just gotten freed up from Warner Brothers, and I was working on getting free. Yeah, him and I got released from Warner at around the same time. And so we said, "Let's get together and do a CD." So we did. And it took all of 2.5 weeks for us to do that CD. I wrote poetry. He would tell me every night, as soon as he'd go home and write some poetry. Write a story about your life, crazy life of mine. He'd say, "Go write a story about da 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 da. Write a poem about this," or just to write a poem. I pulled out all my poetry, and I gave it to him. And I swear, every night he'd have music written to the poetry perfectly. He's a genius. Besides Jam Lewis, he's probably the only other producer, I'd probably work with again. I'd love to work with him again, really.